Dear students, as you know, in our last class we have discussed about data, about the difference between data and information, different data types, and then we have discussed about bit patterns, coding and decoding, and different coding and decoding schemes. That was the part 1 of our lecture on data representation. So, let us continue from the point where we have left. So, we discussed about data, let us have a quick look, and then we discussed about data types, then data representation, information coding and decoding, then bit patterns and how text is represented. We have seen how one word can be represented, and then we have discussed the different code systems to represent text. So, we continue from here. So, the very first scheme, which is called ASCII, let us see it in detail. As you know, ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is the code which is made of 7 bits. So, when there are 7 bits, how many possible codes can be generated? This is actually 2 raised to power 7. How many combinations can be formed? 2 raised to power 7 means multiply 2 7 times, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 in this way, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 16 to the 32, 32 to the 64, 64 to the 128. So, this is equal to 128 codes. So, the bit patterns will be ranging from all 7 zeros to all 7 ones, okay, from all 7 zeros to all 7 ones, means all bits, starting from all bits as off to all bits as on. So, the very first one where all zeros, there are all 7 are zeros, all 7 bits are set to 0, this represents 0, and the last one where all 7 bits are set to ones, this represents actually 127. If you convert this binary code into decimal, you can see this is equal to 127. So, starting from 0 to 127, how many codes are generated? This is in fact 128. 0 to 127 equal number of codes are there. How many codes? 128. Where the first pattern, which is where there are all zeros, it represents null character. What is null character? Null character is a character whose all bits are set equal to 0, and it can represent the end of a string, while the last bit pattern where all bits are set equal to 1, it can represent a delete character. I mean, when you press a delete button, then the actual code which is generated is all 7 bits set to 1, that is 127 equivalent in decimal. Okay, so extended ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, is extended by adding 1 bit in it. So, actually the original ASCII code was 7 bits long, but extended ASCII code is 8 bits long. So, when it is 8 bits long, how many combinations can be generated, that is equal to 2 raised to power 8, and 2 raised to power 8 is equal to 256. Okay. In original, how many numbers were generated? 128. But in extended ASCII, how many codes can be generated? That is equal to 256. Okay. Although extended ASCII code is not used because it is not standardized, all manufacturers have their own 8-bit systems. So, this is bit about extended ASCII. The next one is EBCDIC, extended binary coded decimal interchange code. It uses 8-bit patterns like extended ASCII. It also uses 8-bit patterns. So, how many number of codes can be generated? Obviously 2 raised to power 8, and that is equal to 256. You multiply 2 8 times and that is equal to 256. So, 256 combination of codes can be generated. It is used by IBM mainframe computers. The next one is Unicode. You know, there are so many languages. We have only discussed about the English language, where we have discussed about the lowercase English letters and uppercase English letters, but there are so many other languages. How to represent other languages? We need obviously more codes, more combination of codes. Okay. So, for that purpose Unicode is invented. It uses 16-bit patterns. So, when there are 16 bits are used, how many number of codes can be generated? Obviously 2 raised to power 16. I mean, you have to multiply 2 with 16 times. So, this is equal to 65,536 codes. How many codes can be generated? 65,536 codes can be generated by using Unicode, which is enough to represent all world's languages. I mean, Chinese, French, Sindhi, Urdu and all other languages. And apart from the characters of languages, it is also used to represent special symbols and geographical symbols as well. It is used by Java. The Unicode is used by Java and Microsoft, but Microsoft uses only first 256 symbols. Okay, the next one is ISO. It uses 32-bit patterns. So, when it uses 32-bit patterns or a string which contains 32 bits, then how many number of codes can be generated? The formula is same, 2 raised to power 32, and this is more than 4 billion symbols, which is enough to represent all world's, not only the languages but all the world's symbols. Okay, that was bit about the different coding schemes. We have already seen how text is represented, how the words are represented in the text. As you may recall, in our last lecture, we have discussed about the word byte and how byte was represented by ASCII code. So, we have seen how text is represented. Now, we will see how an image can be represented. Okay. Now, firstly we will have to see the types of images, and then we will say that how different types of images can be represented. In fact, there are two types of images. One is called bitmap image and other is called vector image or vector graphics. So, firstly see what is bitmap image or bitmap graphics. You know, image is divided into matrix of pixels. Image is nothing but a matrix of pixels. You know about matrix. If it is M by N matrix, it means it represents M rows and N columns, and all these rows and columns are what consists of the number of cells in a matrix. Every cell can be a pixel here. In terms of computing, in terms of bitmap graphics, we call it a pixel. Pixel is what? It is the smallest unit of the image. A pixel represents a dot which is the smallest unit of the image. Okay. So, then come to image resolution. And what is, you know about image resolution? It is what? The number of pixels in the image. You know, say for instance, if the image resolution is 1080 multiplied by 750, say for instance, then this is the number of rows and number of columns. Okay, the total number of pixels will be the product of this. This is image resolution. The higher the image resolution, the better will be the quality of the picture. This is very important. The higher the image resolution, the better will be the quality of the image. But when the higher resolution, then it needs larger amount of memory. Obviously, the quality will be better, but when the resolution is high, then it needs larger amount of memory to store the bits. Okay, once the image is divided into pixels, each pixel is given a bit pattern. You know, as we have already mentioned, that image is nothing but the combination of pixels. It is a matrix of pixels, and every pixel determines the color of the pixel. Every pixel, we have to represent every pixel with a bit pattern or with a code. Every pixel have to be represented with a code. Now that code determines what? The color. Obviously, images can be represented by different colors. It's nothing but the combination of colors. So the smallest unit is the pixel. So every pixel will be represented by a code. So code will be what? It will be the color. The code will be the color. So obviously there will be different codes for all colors. We will see how all these colors can be formed and how they can be represented by these pixels. Let us see. Now images can be either black and white images, images can be grayscale images, and images can be colored images. Okay. So firstly see black and white images. If the image is a black and white image, so for black and white images only 2 bit patterns are needed, one to represent a black pixel and the other to represent a white pixel. So we only need 2 combinations, either black or white. So How many bits are needed? Only one bit. That bit can represent both colors. Okay, if the bit is on, that is set to 1, it can represent a black color, and if it is set to 0, it can represent a white color. So only one bit is enough. So the rows of patterns are then stored in the memory. The rows, let's see it with the help of a figure in the next slide. Here, as you can see this figure, there is a certain very simple image which is a black and white image. As you can see, this image is basically a matrix having certain number of rows and columns. In fact, there are 8 rows and 4 columns for simplicity. As you can see, this image can be represented by only 2 colors, either white or black. Where there are white cells, it can be represented by zeros, and where there are black cells, as you can see in the image, it can be represented by ones. Have a look at the image and then the metric representation on the right side. Okay. So now these bit patterns, as you know, these are 8-bit patterns. If you represent them linearly, then you can see in the last row, this can be represented as 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 0, and then next row, and then the third row, and then the fourth row. So it can be represented like this, and it can be easily stored in computer. So now you might have gained an idea that how black and white image can be represented. It can be represented by a matrix, and the black pixels can be represented by setting the bits to 1, and the white pixels can be represented by zeros, and all these can be stored in memory. Now the next type of image can be a grayscale image. Unlike the black and white image, the grayscale image uses 4 colors. Obviously black and white, but in between black and white there are 2 other colors, that is dark gray and light gray. So how many colors are there? Basically there are 4 color combinations: black, dark gray, light gray, and then white. So how many colors we need? We need 4 colors to represent a grayscale image. So how many bits are required? Obviously 2 raised to power 2. 2 raised to power 2 is equal to 4. So we need only 2 bits. As you can see, black color can be represented by 0 0. The dark gray color can be represented by 0 1. Light gray can be represented by 1 0, and white color can be represented by 1 1. So this is how grayscale images can be represented, by the combination of only 2 bits. By changing the values in 2 bits,